Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So my name is Wizard. So I'm the founder of Liquidity Strategy LS. So today I want to give the public a very good free topic, and I believe after learning this topic, it won't be market won't be chopping your SL anymore like it used to be. So today I will have to give you guys one of the greatest or one of the most important strategy on LS. So like LS consists of 4 different types of strategy. One is continuation strategy, 2 is strength recovery strategy, 3 is a reversal strategy, and 4 is retracement strategy. So today I'll be teaching you guys the strength recovery strategy or loss of strength recovery strategy, as you can see on the screen here. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started. So as you can see guys, like everybody on this YouTube knows what's higher low, higher low. Everybody knows lower high, lower low. Everybody knows it. So let's just get started. So from here we have a higher low, then we have a higher high, then we have a higher low, then we have a higher high. So why did this market break this recent higher low, bounce at this supply zone at this demand zone and continue pushing up? Why? Is because we have a loss of strength, like I said here, like I labeled it here, loss of strength. So since we have a loss of strength here, it means that if we have a loss of strength and market is yet to give us a real change of structure, if the market is here to give us a real change of structure, we need a strength recovery to continue the current move, because we do not have a change of structure. So for some people, they might think that here is a change of structure, but for LS traders, that's liquidity strategy traders, we know that this is not a change of structure. Rather, this is just a liquidity grab. So if here should be a liquidity grab, which means we do not have any bearish intent. Rather, we need a strength recovery to continue this bullish move. So for us to know that we have a loss of strength, we need to know the strength. We need to know how to measure the strength of the market. So this is now what I'm going to teach on the public. If you want to go deep into this topic, you have to DM me for mentorship. I do mentor people on how to trade with my strategy, which is liquidity strategy. So since we have this loss of strength, we need strength recovery, and that's what happened here. Market take out this structure. Many people would have been looking to sell this market here. That's the reason why they are going to be my liquidity. They are going to be liquidated because market is not ready. It's not yet ready to go bearish. That's the reason why I used to tell all my students, you need to know the direction first before speed. So direction is more important than speed. Once you have the direction, you can increase your risk. So since this BMS here is not a real BMS, rather a fake BMS, which means we need a strength recovery, and that strength recovery is what happened here and the continue. So if you want to go deep into this topic, you have to DM me for mentorship. Let's go right into the chart for examples. So here, as you can see here, we have this recent, look at it, we have this recent higher low here, then we have a higher high, which means we have this higher high, higher low, higher high, then market take out this particular recent lower high. So many would have been looking to sell this market. Let me go to H1. So you guys should pardon me because I'm not professional using this trading view. So many would have been looking to sell this market from here to here because they have seen their BMS. But for us on liquidity strategy, we know that this is just a strength recovery. So this is just a LG, this is just a liquidity grab. So we do not have any PMS or any pure BMS. We do not have any bearish intent. So this market is still pushing up. Let's see some examples again because I have many of them because this is one of my strategy. This is one of my strategy, one of the best. So as you can see it here, we have this higher low, higher high, we have higher low, then we have high A, higher high. So we have this recent high low being taken out and market bounce at this demand zone and continue to push higher and continue to push higher. So that's to tell you that once we have a loss of strength, we need to recover strength before we can continue moving in the same direction. So as you can see it here, the same thing happens over and over and over and over and over again. And inside loss of strength, we have 5 types of loss of strength. So this is what I'm going to teach you. Like if we check here, we have this loss of strength, right? Market gave some reactions. It couldn't take out this area and continue to push down before it get to this area and continue to push up. This is another type of loss of strength, and this is also a different type of loss of strength. So if you check it, you will see it clearly. They are not the same. So this is what I'm going to teach you on my mentorship. You have 5 types of different loss of strength. You have 5 types of different loss of strength. So for you not to get caught on this particular move here, you need to know the 5 types of different loss of strength before you can start to trade loss of strength. Before you can start to trade loss of strength. So even if you know that here is a loss of strength, there is possibility that market is going to take you out if you take this trade here. There is possibility that market is going to take you out because you did not know the particular loss of strength you are trading. So since we have many types of loss of strength, and you do not know the particular loss of strength you are trading, there is possibility that market is going to take you out from this particular move before the actual move. So if you look closely, you see that this loss of strength recovery is not the same thing with this loss of strength. So there are 5 types of loss of strength recovery trading strategy on LS. That's what I teach. As you can see it here, market take out this recent higher low and the higher high. Market take it out as a strength recovery and they continue to push up. As you can see it here too, you have this. Okay, let me so that you see it. Thank you. You have this recent higher low, you have a higher high. Market trade down to take it out and you continue to push up. So before you could trade this loss of strength recovery, you have to know the time frame that has the loss of strength, because if we check HE1, here could not be a loss of strength. Like I told you guys, before you can say that we have a loss of strength, you must know the strength. You must know how to calculate the strength or how to measure the strength before you could determine the loss of strength. So since here we have a loss of strength on HE1, here might be a PMS on HE1, but on HE4, that is 4 hours time frame, this is a loss of strength. So since the higher time frame controls the lower time frame, but the lower time frame decide for the higher time frame, it means that lower time frame structure must play out before higher time frame structure will play out. But if lower time frame structure is in line with the higher time frame structure, that is what we call prime setup. So for us to take this trade, since lower time frame, let me show you guys what I'm talking about so that Yeah, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So on this particular zone here, we have this H1. On this particular structure here, H1 is bearish because we have a breakout of structure. But on H4 is showing us loss of strength. Don't get confused. This is just a deceiving BMS on H1 since higher time frame decide for lower time frame. So since the higher time frame is what controls, since the higher time frame is what controls the lower time frame, but the lower time frame decide for the higher time frame, don't get confused. This BMS on H1 could not be able to control this market since we have a loss of strength on higher time frame. So this move here could be a strength recovery, but they will use this lower time frame structure to deceive some sellers that to think that market is going down. But after some price actions and some encounters, market current price action change to bullish, which is in line with the higher time frame, and they continues moving up, and they continues to move up. That is how deceptive these market makers are. So if you could be able to identify your strength and weakness of the chart, strength and weakness on the chart, you could be able to determine when to have when there is strength in the trend and when there is loss of strength in the trend that need strength recovery. So let me show you some of the trade that I took using loss of strength recovery strategy. So as you can see here, we have loss of strength. Then we have the change of structure, micro time frame change of structure, and this is Asian session. I couldn't take it because I don't used to take trade on Asian session. So here we have another loss of strength recovery. Mind you, it's not a BMS, it's just a loss of strength. Then we have the market triggered, and we are moving. I'm already in BE, and market trade up to take me out from the BE and continue to hit my TP. That's good. Then we have another loss of strength. We have the strength recovery. Look at it. We have loss of strength, as you can see it. Then we have strength recovery. Look at it, strength recovery. Then we have loss of strength. Then we have strength recovery. We have another loss of strength. We have strength recovery. This continues to happen in the market. Once the market is actually in harmony with the trend, once the structure is actually in harmony with the trend, they need all these deceiving fake BMS to recover strength to push to continue the current price action. So as you can see here, many people would have been looking to sell this market, but for us on liquidity strategy, we already know that this is just a deceiving BMS, which is a liquidity grab. So once we grab liquidity, since we have a loss of strength, first of all, you identify your loss of strength. Second, you identify your LG and know the type of loss of strength you are taking, or the type of loss of strength that is forming before you can take your trade. Then, as you can see it, I made 1.10 on this particular continuation trade. Look at it. So as you can see, loss of strength. Look at it. You have strength recovery. All these things happen during a session. You have this loss of strength. You have this micro time frame continuation BMS. Look at it. Market triggered. Then we have this 5% return. We have this loss of strength. This RGZ means liquidity grab zone. So we are here to grab liquidity, but once we grab that liquidity, it becomes LG, which is liquidity grab. So we are here to grab liquidity. That is LGZ, which is liquidity grab zone. That is the zone, the liquidity market will come and take as liquidity. So we have this loss of strength, you have this strength recovery, Then we have this daily change of structure. Then we have on the same day, we have another LGZ, which is liquidity grab zone for the loss of strength to continue the bearish move. The market couldn't trigger me. It couldn't trigger me. Then this market continue to push down. Then we have this loss of strength. Then we have this continuation trend. Market triggered. Then we have this continuation trend. It continues to happen, and this is the current chart on today's trade. This is 14th March 2025. This is the current Euro USD chart. Let's go to the chart. Let's use MT4 here. As you can see on NT4, look at it. On NT4, as you can see here, we have this. Look at it. We have this loss of strength here. Then we need a continuation trend. So once I see it already happened, we have a bullish BMS. So I'm looking to buy this market from this area. I'm looking to buy this market from this area. So that's how this works. So if you are looking for me to mentor you, you can contact me for your mentorship. Thank you guys and have a nice day. Please, if you have any question you can ask, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you guys on the next episode.